Welcome to the channel, everybody. My name is Ryan, and today we are playing RimWorld, and this is the start of a brand new series. We are going to do a Toxic Waster run. So first things first, I want to show you guys some of the mods I've installed. I have a long list here of mods. Also, I will note that there is no collection linked in the description, just because Steam doesn't make it easy to create collections when you have well over 100 mods. So what I've done is I've created a separate channel on my Discord, which I will just link my mod list to for each RimWorld series that I go through. So just hop in the Discord. You don't have to talk or anything like that. If you just want to check that channel, look at the mod list, perfectly fine. So anyway, a couple of the ones I want to point out are, we do have the Call of Cthulhu Cosmic Horrors. I wanted a little variety here, and we are going to be playing with the Realistic Darkness and the Fog of War. So I feel like this is going to add some spooky stuff we can bump into in the night, you know. In addition, we've also got some tox specific stuff. So I've got an anima retexture for tox specific plants. So our anima tree is going to appear like the rest of the surroundings. It won't stick out and stuff. As I mentioned, the Fog of War, really cool mod. I haven't tried out yet, so I'm really excited for this one. But there's also a couple of tox weapon mods specifically too that are going to be hopefully a lot of fun. I haven't tried them, but let's jump into the actual colony. Now, I have created a tribal start. Instead of going with the standard Lost tribe, I've reduced it down to 3 people. Everything else is the same though, but just 3 people instead of 5. I like a smaller colony to start with. Okay, and we're going to Randy Random. Losing is fun. I do need to do reload anytime just so I can save the file. But normally I go commitment, but that's okay. And also, I'm not going to go up 500% threat scale for this one since we've got some different mods I've never tried. I want to take it a little bit easier, but we will do losing is fun. So let's jump into Randy here, and the seed is going to be pretty standard RimWorld. I know a few good spots on this map, so I'm going to bump the population up too. We have a lot of good neighbors to trade with, hopefully. Not changing anything with the factions. We will have mechs active in this run, but everything else is just going to be your standard factions and stuff. All right, let's generate the world. Okay, here is our map. As you can see, it is loaded with different settlements, but that's good. I'm going for a jungle start. I enjoy the jungle. I like it a lot. It's challenging, but it also adds some specific benefits too. Now, we're also doing a mountainous start, and I will get into the ideology as soon as we boot up, but I just want to mention that we are undergrounders, basically, or the diggers. That's our meme. So anyway, I'm going to bump it to medium size, 275 by 275, and I've got this tile. Here are the coordinates down here, 3.09 north by 7.02 east, and right by Mount Evena. Anyway, let's go. And okay, so I will load up the custom ideology that I've already created and show you guys. So one of the mods I have is the vanilla expanded ideology, but I don't think I've used any of the specific memes for that. So if I go into create custom next, now I can load it and show you guys instead of just skipping right past it. So we are supremacist cannibals who like the underground, and we also believe in human primacy. There we go. Cannibalism strong, death we don't care. Insect meat also, throw that in there. Diversity of thought, intense bigotry. So we don't allow other ideologies, obviously, but I've also decided we're not going to allow anybody else besides wasters. That's it. Yeah, that's our own rule we're setting for ourselves. So that's going to make recruitment a little tough, but hey, they're just going to have a lot of babies, I guess, you know. Anyway, execution respected. Corpses don't care. Pretty standard otherwise here. Violence is acceptable. Okay, so the roles. I am so glad to be able to add a production specialist and a mining specialist. So that's going to be tons of fun. Mining specialists are really great, but they do kind of lose their usefulness later down the road to a degree. But, you know, we can always send them off the map to get some chunks or something. Anyway, our rituals are all set so that I control exactly the time, and the reward is always the same. random recruit for all 6 of my rituals. And we've got the dance party, the duel, human waste disposal, some good stuff, you know. Anyway, one of the most important aspects of the ideology is that, yes, as you might have noticed by the thumbnail, rats are going to be an integral part of this colony. They are venerated animals, so we'll be bringing a few of those along, or at least taming some right away. Anyway, that does it for the ideology. Alrighty, well, we're looking pretty good. We've got the rats here with us. I switched it from 3 random animals to 3 rats, 2 females and a male, so now our people will be happy considering those are venerated animals. And we've got Snuff here. Snuff he's basically the leader. He's our cook, the plant specialist, he's our backup doctor, and he's also going to be doing some research here. You can see I've given him some pretty good traits, of course, to start off with. And then we've got his wife, Emma. Hello, Emma. Turn around. Hello. There she is right there. She's a fast learner, sanguine, super immune, because she is our head doctor, and here in the jungle, we'll want to keep her as healthy as possible. She's also a socialite, a crafter, and she's going to help back up the construction and the mining duties with her brother here, Hiroshi. He is a shooter, melee specialist, also construction and mining, and he's going to dabble in plants a little bit. But other than that, he's a psychopathic, trigger-happy undergrounder. So we need to get these folks underground as soon as possible. As you can see, we have the fog of war in effect, so it's only here around our colonists. I think that I did set the mod to allow for animals, or intelligent animals, I should specify. So I'm not sure if the rats count for that, but since we probably can't train them, no. We are going to go ahead and set up some home area for them to be safe, but I was looking at the map here. This is a decent map, but you know what I'm most worried about is digging into this mountain and then opening up like a big hollow place which might touch one of the edges, because then that can be a real issue with like raiding and stuff. And considering I see this mountain wraps all the way around, that is a concern. So instead of jumping around here, I think what I'm going to do is re-roll the map. And I have got a pretty decent one right here. Yeah, I looked through some of these earlier. And this one, look at the choke point on this baby. So we're going to generate this map and see what it does. Okay, well, yeah, as advertised, this looks like a pretty safe little space here. And we do have, what, 1 geyser there. I could spend a little bit of time re-rolling those geysers too, so we get maybe 2 or 3 inside our little compound here, but that's pretty sweet. Now obviously we'll probably dig this out a bit, but for starters, I like this. And you know, we didn't see any big open spaces in the little preview map, so that's very important to me. And our stuff is just on the outside of the area, so let me re-roll the geysers for a few minutes and I'll bring you guys right back. Okay, well, brother and sister are hard at work building our structure here. As you can see, I've kind of moved into this little cubby over here. Snuff is grabbing the last of our gear, so this is now... it's not necessarily clear because we can't see it. Remember, that's too dark. I can't see that area. So we've also got ourselves a rhinoceros trapped inside. Actually, I really want to get him out. Let's see if, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to forbid that. This is that little corner, so eventually he'll leave. But we're going to get the rest of our furniture built. This is going to be our little prison over here. And, of course, this is the cooking/sleeping area. This is all temporary, obviously, just to get us up and running. I do have a home zone set up. This is very important for our rats, of course. We don't want them running around outside getting themselves killed. We want to keep them as protected as possible. Speaking of which, let's give them some places to sleep. Animal sleeping spot, how about right in here inside the old stockpile room. We also need to get crops in the ground as soon as possible. There's literally almost none. I was going to say none, but at least we have a little bit of fertile soil, so that's nice. Yeah, I'm going to have to go ahead and get that in the ground. You know what else I'm going to do? Put a door right here. Might as well, so they can, so they can access that, yeah, that little gardening area right out back. That'll be important. Okay, so I've got a few grow zones set up here, as you can see. Not a lot, though. So this is a high difficulty. I'm going to keep my wealth as low as possible, at least early on. You know, try and manage that wealth. But we've got some rice planted. Of course, we've got a little bit of heel root right here. Some cotton as well, because there's some interesting and important structures I'd like to build with this cotton, such as, where's my recreation tab? There it is. The shooting target and the martial arts target are a couple things that require cloth. I won't keep this going forever, though. I'll switch that off. And we've got the psychite plants, of course, very important. That one is placed on some fertile soil because you know how wasters are. They have a permanent addiction to that stuff. Oops, it's under the health tab. There it is. Psychite dependency. Can't get rid of it either. So that's important, like I said. Now, I've got the Oh, the rhinoceros is out of the building, folks. He has left the building. Okay, excellent. Emma has cut us a back door. Let's go ahead and get some lighting up here. Now, of course, don't forget we are tribal, so we're going with torches, which stinks. Don't get me wrong. I hate torches, but we are going to have to do that also. Very important in the jungle to get your passive coolers up as soon as possible as well. I'll put that right there. Put one there. And I don't think I'm going to put one in the stock room. No. You know what? In fact, I think I'm going to zone these animals to their own zone. Yeah, because I don't want them wandering in and out, opening these doors up. So I'm going to make a zone just for the animals real quick. All right, I've created an area just for the rats, and with my handy shapes tool, I can just boom, fill that in with one click. Make sure I go back and deselect it, but there we go, simple as that. Now the rats are set to their own little area. Perfect. Very good. They're not going to have a very happy life, but who cares? They're rats, right? No, I'm just kidding. But one thing I did do was I mistakenly didn't bring any animal handlers with us, so that's going to be a big priority in terms of our recruiting. Yeah, that was a mistake, obviously. I should have at least put somebody who could maintain their tameness. But I'm hoping the rats don't just turn on us at some point and go wild. You know, like I said early, since we're going for waster only playthrough, recruiting's going to be a bit of a challenge. But hey, we're going to do what we can do here. And eventually, we need to get everybody weapons. That's for dang sure. There we go. Also, I'm going to lay down a crafting spot here. Production, please. Yep. All right. So Emma is our best crafter. But she's nothing special. She's not going to be our production specialist, I'll tell you that much. But we will, again, hopefully find somebody decent. You know, we've got some really good miners, but I don't see any steel close by. I might just go ahead and break down this little building right here. Let's go ahead and order. Well, let me select it. Is that steel? Yep. All right. We'll select all similar, and we will deconstruct. Deconstruct those doors too. Beautiful. I need to knock down a couple of these ancient walker things here because they're actually covering up some of the fertile soil. It's not a huge priority though, but it would probably take us half a day to destroy these things with bows and arrows anyway, so we're going to hold off maybe till we get some actual firearms. And we did start with a little bit of psychite products, which is nice. I just hope the rats don't get into that, you know? Ooh. And speaking of the psychite here, good old Hiroshi has taken advantage of some of that flake. Good man, good man. There you go. You got to. It's part of his lifestyle. Anyway, I'm going to get them to chop down these tree trunks as well. We're going to need a lot of wood, as mentioned. There you go. Okay, and let's get some of these berries harvested. Now, one thing you guys may or may not have noticed... Oh, never mind. I was going to say is that this map is polluted, but no, it's not. Actually, I was wrong. Some of the earlier squares I was looking at on the world were polluted, but we are going to pollute this area. You better believe that. So we will have to locate the Mechanitor implant. There's probably one on the map somewhere. I just haven't noticed it yet. It's usually laying down. Usually it flashes red. Where is that baby? I don't know. We'll get a Mechanitor implant. We'll get somebody turned into a Mechanitor at some point, basically just so we can get the toxic waste. Oh, here it is. It's inside our compound. Awesome. Yeah, so contains an ancient mechanoid transponder. Attack this to destroy it. I'm pretty sure this is what allows us. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to do that immediately, but we'll see. We'll see. I do want to get some talks going. I have plans on polluting this map. Now, where is the anima tree? That's something else we need to is this it? Yep. Okay, it's weird because remember, as I mentioned, we did get a look at that shriveled little anima tree. Oh, so it has been retextured to match the toxic environment, which we don't have yet, but trust me, it's coming. Oh no, I was wrong. The rhinoceros didn't leave. He went into the prison. It's because of the fog of war. I couldn't see him. Oh no. Well, that's not going to be good for our prisoners, especially once he starts to starve to death. All right, you guys, and I did just want to touch on real quick that we are going to be doing a biphasic schedule here with this colony. It is, I think this is going to be basically my standard schedule from now on. I tried it out in the last one, works really fantastic. I've got a link down in the description basically explaining all the benefits of this. It's not my video, it's a YouTuber Adam versus everything, really phenomenal RimWorld player. I've learned a lot from watching him, but check that link if you're interested in all the explanation why this is a superior way of setting your schedule. Instead of having one chunk of sleep and recreation, you can split this. Now you get the bonus twice a day. I'm not going to go into all the details. Like I said, check the video. And alternately, if you want to, switch in some meditation instead of the recreation, that will work too. They will still recreate from that, so that's good. And of course, the animatry is right there. So we are going to try and work on some of their psychic powers, since they should all be natural backgrounds. They better be. How do we see that again? Oh, meditation focus artistic. Did I mess it up when starting? Oh, okay. He's natural. I wonder why she's artistic. That might have been because I changed some of their backgrounds, or their childhood and their careers and stuff. Yeah, I might have screwed up Emma, but that's okay. We'll just switch her back to recreation here. A little bit of a handicap early on in terms of our psi powers, but that's okay. Not a big deal. All right, well, I've kind of breaking down these urns here because I want to get up some barricades real quick. I think I'm just going to slap them down right in front of the doors. I'm a little nervous about our first couple of raids. The first one will probably be a pushover, but, with this fog of war, man, we're not going to be able to see what hits us and stuff. We'll just get the raid points for it because I do have that mod, I believe, still listed. But yeah, it's going to be tricky here. I'm not sure, but like I said, I want to be prepared for it. So that's what we're trying to do now is get our security and defenses up. They are still working on the gardens. Man, they're going all over the place. So he's got like 2 heel roads planted. He's got some psychite in the ground. No cotton yet, but they're getting there. They're getting there. They have to chop a bunch of trees at the same time. So we are starting to see evening set in. Let's see, what time is it? Do we have a time frame here? Well, you can tell it's getting dark. It is getting dark out here, and that's that realistic darkness mod. You can see the difference here indoors, how nice and cozy it looks. I'm enjoying it. I'm going to have to stay nice and zoomed in here at nights, otherwise it's going to be too scary. Oh man, as much as I hate to do it, I might have to put a torch out here or something, but maybe not. I don't know. Let's see. Are they getting... Yeah, they're getting a mood debuff because of the darkness. You'll just have to deal with it, guys. I'm sorry. We'll get something set up, though. Aw, Willa, our little rat is pregnant. There we go. We're going to have a bunch of little rat babies on our hands here. Oh, look, and they're already having more love here. Let's go. So we've got 2 females. Maybe that was a mistake. Maybe we should have done 2 males and 1 female. But either way, we are going to have more rat babies. Like I said, too, we don't have any animal handlers. Bit of a mistake. But not a concern right now, at least. Okay, I finally got the oven constructed. So I've got the pemmican bill going. Looks like they're enjoying some of that pemmican. We've also got our psychite tea hopefully going. As soon as we get some rice brought in, I am going to send them out and do a little bit of hunting. Let's look at our wildlife tab. So we can still see the list of animals, which is good. Let's just choose not the rhino. I know where the rhino's at. Let's choose a random animal. Okay, so no, I can't even double click on it to like zoom to that animal. That's what I was wondering. Will it still kind of allow me to cheat it out and see like, oh, where's this boob loop? Just double click. Nope. doesn't work. Looks like that's disabled. So that's actually kind of nice. I like that. That adds to the mystery and mystique. But when we need to go out hunting, I'm definitely going to grab all three of them, and they're going to go as a group, which normally even on higher difficulty, especially on the 500% threat scale, that's smart to do that anyway. But with this fog of war, man, you better believe it. Oh, boy. All right. Well, both of the rats are pregnant now, so I think it's probably a smart move to go in here to Conan, the male rat. Yeah, I can't even zoom to him while nobody's in the room with them, so I literally have to get him up here. All right, so let's grab Conan, and we are going to set him to be sterilized. I'm just hoping that some of their offspring are going to be male. Worst case scenario, we can just go ahead and tame another male if we need to breed more rats. But this early on, I don't really want a huge rat explosion just yet. I don't know if we can handle it yet. But and obviously, we don't want to be butchering rats either, because I think that'll probably affect their mood a little bit. Now, Emma, please come up into the prison and let's check and see if that rhino has left the building. Okay, good. He did. Now I can reconstruct the wall there. I decided it probably wasn't smart to have a rhino trapped in our base, so I did let him go. Ah, well, the darkness is setting in once again here on the colony, but things are shaping up pretty well. I'm getting to collect some wood. It looks like we've almost got our garden fully done. The psychoid plant is the last one. Oh, look, there's a little wild rat out here. We might have to go for that eventually, once we get a handler, that is. But kind of expanding this, I was hoping to hit some steel on the inside of this, but we didn't. No worries, no worries. We will find some. Also, I'm getting our stone production up and running, because I do not like to use wooden walls for very long. Not at all. Also, I've been thinking about our defensive measures. I'm going to set up some embrasures here. I know it's so dark, hard to see, but what I think I'll do is maybe something like this with our embrasures. We'll do a nice little L. What this does, maybe I'll straighten it up a little bit like this. Let's see. Yeah, it kind of gives us an opportunity to create a little crossfire once we have more pawns. Or even I could just place one pawn here and two pawns on this side, and they basically have all areas covered within this little kill area. And of course, the bad guys will funnel right through here. And once we get the walls set up, I'll place more traps around the perimeter of that area. Oh, now this is interesting here with the fog of war. Even if some travelers come through here, this opens up our view. So that's pretty nice. I like that. Yeah, that's helpful. So when I zoom out, man, this map is so dark now. It's crazy. But you can kind of see what's going on. Here's our little colony down here. And of course, we do see some open stuff. Let's watch them as they go. Oh, look, there's an animal over here. Oh, the jungle is just filled with animals too. Little did we know, huh? But man, we might as well just never use the wildlife tab, just for role-playing purposes. I'm never going to click it. No, that might not be true, but we'll see how it goes. I am tempted to go for this mech too. I want to get this thing up and running ASAP. I think we'll probably give it to Hiroshi. I don't know. Actually, no, we need it to be a crafter, don't we? Yeah, somebody who can do decent crafting, I think, as I recall from my Mechanitor playthrough. So we might give it to Emma. We'll see as we go a little bit farther down the road. If we happen to get lucky and get like a drop pod with a waster in it, that would be amazing. But I don't know if I can luck out that much. We are starting to get a little bit low on the psychite tea. But of course, I've expanded the farm now, so it's covering not just the fertile soil, but a nice chunk of regular soil. Same with the rice. I feel like we probably need to bump up our rice production. But as soon as I get my research benches down, some of the first stuff I'm going to go for is the vegetable garden mod. We're going to start doing soil reclamation, and we're going to start to place our stuff underground. See, I'm starting to dig in here to the map. So what we can do is I'll go and I'll place some shapes here. We'll go to, no, not that one. We'll do the ... and then I'll go for a filled in sun lamp designation. And I can slap that down like right there. Not quite there. There we go. That's a decent spot. Actually, let's move it to the left a little bit more. That's good. That's good. Right at the edge here. So now I can put the door right here. like that. So this will be a little grow cell. You know, if you've seen my previous playthroughs, you know exactly what I'm going for here. But otherwise, we'll set up a bunch of these as I go down this row here, this hallway. We'll set several of these. Let's see, it's probably about here-ish. Yep. Back one. There we go. So yeah, we can set up several. But, one thing I should probably do is make a south heading hallway down this way. Just like that, yeah. So, as you can see, we're going deep into the mountains, of course. I'm going to set up probably this area generally for some greenhouses, some underground growing areas. But then eventually we're going to expand. We'll put our bedrooms and stuff. I'll probably put the bedrooms more on this side, closer to the front lines, you know, string them throughout here. We'll see how it goes. We might also go for a large barracks setup. But with such small colony that I anticipate us having, at least at the start, we might not need it. We might be able to just go straight for individual rooms. All right, well, they're getting the last touches here on our walls, the embrasures, of course. I do need some steel to complete these doors, and at some point I am going to go too deep with these embrasures, so I'm going to set it up like this, basically. And then we'll have some defensive structures they can stand behind. But for right now, one is thick enough, and I really need to focus on these doors here. It's kind of partly the reason that I started digging this hallway out, was hoping to run into some steel, because, man, I looked all around the inside of our little valley here, and literally the closest steel, we'd have to go all the way around and get this right here. There isn't anything easily available, so not a big deal. You know, we have a couple of good diggers, so shouldn't be too long before we run into some. Well, this isn't going to be easy, but we have to go out and do a little bit of hunting now. We have basically gotten rid of most of our food here, so we need to replenish it. We do have some crops coming in shortly, so like I said, meat is the only missing component. And we just have to kind of come out here and blindly look around, just like you would in any real hunt, you know? Search for the nearest animals that we can go for, at least until we get our own ranching operation up and running. But let's see. We did kill a cassowary that was inside the compound. I don't think we're quite ready to take on that rhino unless we can lure it up by our walls and shoot it through the embrasures, you know, stand on the opposite side and just plug away at it. But I'm going to hold off on that. We'll kind of keep it as like a backup in case we ever need any food. Oh, look at this. We got ourselves a turtle. But that might be too small. Let's keep looking around. Here's a cassowary. You know, maybe a turtle and a cassowary wouldn't be a bad idea. Let's not get too close to these guys here. They do get violent. Oh my god, they're fast too. There's a second cassowary down there. That might be enough meat, at least to hold us over for a little while. Don't stop now, guys. Keep hitting it. Keep hitting it. Look at Snuff. It's coming right for you, Snuff. Oh, don't stop. Don't stop. Come on, wing it. Wing it. There you go. Oh, Hiroshi. Oh, thank goodness for run and gun, you know. Hey, look at that. We're over here attacking the tortoises, and we get some alpacas joining us. Well, that's pretty sweet. Oh, we can't see them, though. So what I'm going to have to do, unfortunately, I'm going to set a couple of people to handle and train. We'll just get all three of them to do it. Dang, I can't abandon this tortoise, because if it drops dead from blood loss, we'll never know where it's at. So we'll go ahead and get a animal caravanning spot set up, so that our people can tie up these alpacas. We'll put that there, and we'll just butcher those. I'm not going to try and keep those around, but that'll supply us with a little bit of meat for a while. Oh, excellent. Good, good. The turtle's done. Let's see. Let's get this thing butchered up and hunted. Emma, how about you take care of that? And Hiroshi, grab that on your way in. Good job, everybody. The hunt was successful. Okay, well, Snuff came out here and grabbed the alpacas. Coincidentally, there's some wild alpacas over here too, so those are not ours. But this one's already pregnant. The female's already gotten pregnant, which is pretty hilarious. Let's see. Yeah, it's just the two. But We might keep the female for a little while, at least until she has her babies, and then we can butcher those up too later down the road. Anyway, I was kind of hoping to end the episode with a raid, but so far we haven't had one. Kind of amazing. But hey, who knows? Randy's playing around with our emotions for the moment, guys. But we've had some good, I think, progress here going with the colony. Things are looking pretty good. Of course, we've got a couple of setbacks. We don't have the animal trainer, but and there's no tox on the map, no toxic pollution, but we're going to change that, so don't worry about it. It just gives us something to work forward to. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoy the new series here with the Toxic Wasters. Hit that like button if you are enjoying the RimWorld content. If you're not subscribed to the channel, I hope you'll consider that. Check out the description below for the Discord link and all that good stuff, and I will see you guys on the next episode. Hey everybody, thanks for watching, and now check out this fan art by a couple of my Discord members, Finn and Vita. It's pretty good, and I love the cuttlefish.